bit overcast, but it's warm and not too much sun. Beautiful. I mean, plenty of sun, just not blue skies, but it's gorgeous out, plenty warm. Anyhow, so today I'm going to talk to you about how I crevice, work the bedrock. So here's all the area we've got cleared off. And there's Ralph's hole. And then once Keith cleans it down to the bedrock, is I get in and I work all the loose stuff and all the tight packed stuff in the crevices. And then I look for cracks like this beautiful one. Let's take you back to Ralph's hole. You can kind of see where I haven't cleaned that area out, and that's because over here I started getting water. So I'm going to save cleaning that out so I don't get any more water in here. I'm hoping to dry it out. But if you follow that crack, it comes up here and it makes a turn and comes up here. And look at that, how thick that crack is that I've been pulling gravels out of. You can see where this chunk of bedrock's just going to come right off. Should be about 1.5 inches there. But I'm guessing that this is going to follow up into here. And then, remember last year, this is the area that Keith did that he found no gold. Well, he cleaned down to the bedrock, and this is probably why. Look at this big slant here. I'm guessing anything that landed came down, and I will bet you that crack that I've been following is going to come up through here, and who knows how deep it is. When I first start to crevice, all I do is make a good clean scraping of the top, remove everything loose, and put it in buckets, because that's going through the Raptor. And then, normally what I will do, having a hard time this year, is come through and vacuum it, so I can really look at the bedrock. That's how I found that crack. And then, I just start working on the cracks. There's no point in pulling apart bedrock once there's no cracks, because no gold can go through if there is no crack. So I just sit here with my tools and scrape and clean and put it in the bucket and move on. I did make myself this wonderful cushion so my butt doesn't get sore. As you can imagine, sitting on bedrock with this many bumps isn't comfortable. So I will get back to bedrock scraping. Talk to you later. So as you can see, I have removed quite a bit of material. I am actually still sitting in the same place I was. I have already carried over my bucket, so I'm starting with a new bucket. But then I just bring the camera out again. It's kind of a consuming process. It's fun, for me anyway. So see, get down there and just keep scraping off stuff, pulling it towards me to make a pile and throw in the bucket pretty easy. The reason I'm not vacuuming right now is because of the moisture. The wet material is going to stick inside your hose, and I don't want to have to clean the hose. Now I will when I get to the end if I have to. But I'm hoping I can get this to dry out and I won't have to clean out the vacuum hose. The other problem is wet material, because it catches in the hose, starts to build up in the hose, and you're going to have more incidents of clogs than with your dry material. So, alright, I will continue on with my scraping, and when I get to my next step, where I bring out my bar to do a bit more scraping and easy breaking up, I'll come back to you. Alright, so I've been sitting here working this, basically spinning a circle on my seat. It's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet across, about 3 feet, 4 feet back. I did get up and move and clean up the stuff under me, and this is kind of what I'm down to. Almost have my 7th bucket full of just little gravels and sands that I scraped up with this tool. So normally when I get this far, I will go back over it with the vacuum so that I can see better what I'm working with. But unfortunately, it is wet. I don't know if you can see that mud. I'm hoping though a couple days here exposed we can get it dried out at least enough to vacuum it. So next I kind of go back to where I was and I use this scraper and I start scraping all my edges. All that stuff that the other thing missed, and I can't get down in the things like that. So I am going to continue on. I will go from there all the way around Ralphsville in my little 4x4 foot area, and then I'll just keep scooping it up as I go and putting it in the bucket. So I will show you where I'm at when I get to the next step, because while I'm doing this I'll probably also be prying at the seams that I see along the way. Let's see, of course we can't find one now, can we? And cleaning up places that the other tool can't get down into. And we'll be scraping the sides. The other tool doesn't do that really well. Look at that coming down off the bedrock. Where there was a crack, obviously. And so I will just continue on and do this throughout the whole thing and see what we end up with. Catch you later. Okay, prospectors. So, as you can see, it didn't dry out overnight. Here, we've got some puddles, and it's seeping in from right up here. And then, of course, from over there as well. So, what I've decided to do this morning, oh, and look, I cracked the bedrock, therefore letting more water in as well. So I'm going to take some time this morning. First I am going to come back over here, and you can see I got the vac down. I am going to work on this area coming up, and around. Everything's kind of in the way, but I showed it to you yesterday. Over to about here. And then, once I get that all vacuumed up, I'll see what I got going on with all these cracks and seams, especially this one that's really piqued my interest and been piquing it for a while. I'm thinking today's the day I'll pop this off. And then I might come over here to some of this drier stuff. You can see there is some dry stuff, sort of, almost, but not really. Take off the dryer layer. And then I'm going to start working here. I think Keith has just removed all the way down to Bedrock. He's working back here now. You can see his path. So I'll be coming over here, vacuuming it, and then sitting down and starting my process with the scraper and the pry bar and hopefully the vacuum again. So we will catch you later. Time to vac. Prospector. So I vacuumed until I ran out of fuel. Then I just started loosening up all the dirt along here, and I came across this little hole, pocket, I'm not sure, right on the edge of where I'm thinking the gold traveled. And you can see right there, and then this dark spot. I've removed a lot of gravels, little gravels, sands, and things like that. So now I am going to turn the vac back on. I'm going to just clean up all my debris. You can see I've knocked a bunch down in there. Just scraping, scraping, scraping. And then, once I get it vacuumed off, I am going to start popping this puppy apart. Stay tuned. Alright, all vacuumed off. You can see that darker strip back through there. That is where the cracks in the rocks have against some gravel. Oops, forgot to vacuum that. So come around here. And you can see that's that puddle, pool, whatever you want to call it. Didn't quite get all the dirt scraped up. A few gravels, see? In the gravel. So I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to start popping this puppy apart now. Not yet. Alright, here comes the first layer. See all that dirt in there? Gold could have fallen in there just as easy as the gravels. Dirt. So you know what we do? We wash it. We're going to wash this rock. See how, give you an idea how thick that is. cool. Alright, look at how thick that seam is. Plenty of room for gold to hide. Plenty of room for bedrock to steal your gold. Gobble it up. Came from just moving those few rocks. And you can see, hopefully, right in here, all these cracks. No cracks. Let's work on this part. It appears operating a camera while cleaning bedrock is not one of my fortes. So, I am going to let you go. I'm going to keep working on this and I'll check back with you again in a little while, show you where I'm at. Probably when I get up to vacuum again. I do try to pick up as much as I can with my hands, just so I can see and keep moving along. And then I'll go back and vacuum. And all these pieces of rock that I'm pulling out of here are going to get washed. So, talk to you soon. Alright, so as you can see, I've actually removed a lot of rock. I've taken about, I think that's my 5th and 6th bucket, and I've got that chunk of bedrock sitting here too. Just wanted to show you this, how thick that dirt, gravel, sands are between these layers of bedrock. Look at that. That's some pretty thick stuff for between two slates of bedrock. So I am working on this some more. I'm going to take a lunch break here pretty soon. I may jackhammer the rest of that right there up, just to make it easier so I can get in there and clean. Keith's over there right now running all the buckets I've been filling. I've got 9 5-gallon buckets halfway full, and let's see, 3, 4, maybe, oh, I said 5 and 6 here, of the 2.5, 3-gallon buckets. So we'll see what I get. He already ran the dirt that he was digging up over there around the corner. Yeah, the dirt he was digging up there around the corner, and we did a clean out. And so now we just cleaned out the top mat. That's where, you know, the majority of your gold's gonna lie. So we just cleaned out the top mat, and then he's running my dirt now. So we'll see who's on the gold more. Alright, check in later. Alright, so had a little change of plans. This thing's killing me. It's kicking my butt. That's what it's doing. You can see right here, this seam. I'm going to want to finish cleaning all that out. But I still got, ½ inch. See that dark line there, that crevice? Still got about a ½ inch of space between the upper rocks and the lower rocks. So I think my next step, well, I'm going to come through and see all these places where there's rocks compacted in the grooves. I'm going to work that out first. Doesn't that just look like a nice place to for a piece of gold to jump down and hide. Anyhow, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up a little bit more, and then I think I'm gonna bring the jackhammer over. Yeah, see, look at that. If that rock wants to hide there, that one right there, nice rounded piece of cobble, why wouldn't a piece of gold want to hide there, huh? Anyhow, so I am going to get out the jackhammer. As you can see, I vacuumed this up. Got as much of the dry stuff as I could, even over in my wet area. So I think I'm going to take a break, have some tea, and then get out the jackhammer. Or catch you when I'm done with that. Okay, prospectors, so that's what I got in my 9 buckets. Oh, plus the 6 buckets of bedrock pieces that I ran through the Raptor, or Keith actually ran them through. You can't see the little fines because there's no water in here. But that's the gold I found. Keith did do a little bit better. He probably got about as much gold, but he got a bigger picker. So, c'est la vie. Off to work. I'm going to go jackhammer up the rest of that area so that I can get it cleaned out before we leave for the week. Have a good one. Okay, prospectors, thanks for watching my first video contribution to Keith and Wen are prospecting the Northwest. I hope you enjoyed it. I shot quite a bit more footage and will be making more videos, each showing the clean out pan at the end. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to help support our channel, please visit my tie-dye shop by clicking on the link in the box below. Until next time, have a great day.